Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Human Impact on the Environment, a self-assessment program. List 3 human activities which could cause the loss of a species. Human activities which threaten species with extinction are hunting of individual species, overexploitation of stocks, for example, overfishing, destruction of habitats, deforestation, agriculture, and urbanization. Distinguish between the terms pesticide, insecticides, and herbicides. A pesticide is a compound which destroys or controls any organism which is considered to be harmful to our interests. An insecticide destroys or controls populations of insects, preferably only those thought to be harmful. Herbicides kills or control plants which humans want to get rid of, for example, weeds. What is the special property of a persistent insecticide? In what ways is persistence a useful property or a harmful property? A persistent insecticide is chemically stable. It takes long time to break down. In what ways is persistence a useful property, a harmful property? This property is useful because substances will continue to kill insects long after it has been applied. Persistence is harmful because the insecticide lasts long enough to pass up a food chain and become concentrated in the bodies of the secondary and tertiary consumers. Put the following events in the most probable order. Predatory birds poisoned by insecticides, trees sprayed with insecticides, earthworms eat leaves which fall from trees, predatory birds eat small birds, beetles damage trees by spreading a virus, insecticide absorbed by tree leaves, small birds eat earthworms. Beetles damage trees by spreading a virus. Trees sprayed with insecticide. Insecticide absorbed by tree leaves. Earthworms eat leaves which fall from trees. Small birds eat earthworms. Predatory birds eat small birds. Predatory birds poisoned by insecticide. Put the following events in the most probable order. Dead algae decomposed by bacteria. Excess nitrate and phosphate discharged into the liver. Fish die of suffocation. Bacteria use up oxygen. Aquatic algae die. Water depleted of oxygen. Aquatic algae grow rapidly. Excess nitrate and phosphate discharged into river. Aquatic algae grow rapidly. Aquatic algae die. Dead algae decomposed by bacteria. Bacteria use up oxygen. Water depleted of oxygen. Fish die of suffocation. What are the principal sources of excessive nitrate and phosphate in rivers and lakes? Excessive nitrates and phosphates come mainly from sewage effluents and intensive agriculture. List the short-term and long-term effects of forest destruction on hillside, in the tropics. Deforestation on hillside exposes the soil to erosion by rain and leads to silting of rivers and lakes. Floods may be caused by rapid runoff from deforested slopes, silting up the river and lakes by the eroded topsoil. Deforestation in tropics also leads to erosion. If followed by agriculture, it causes impoverishment of the soil. There may also be local climate changes and global increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide. Biodiversity is reduced. In what ways does overgrazing lead to soil erosion? Overgrazing leads to soil erosion because the animals remove all the vegetation, so exposing the soil to heavy rain. Their hooves compact the soil so that rainwater runs off the surface, carrying the soil with it. Which of the following are likely to help conserve soil and prevent erosion? Plowing slopes, planting trees on steep slopes, using chemical fertilizers, terracing hillsides, using organic manure, removing trees from hillsides, growing the same crop each year, keeping as many animals as possible on grassland. Soil conservation is helped by planting trees on steep slopes, terracing hillsides, using organic manure. The other activities are likely to lead to soil erosion. What are the two main pollutants that contribute to acid rains? Where do these pollutants come from? What direct or indirect effect is acid rain thought to have on lakes, forests, and buildings? What are the two main pollutants that contribute to acid rain. The main pollutants in acid rain are sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen. Ozone may also be a pollutant. Where do these pollutants come from? Sulfur dioxide and oxides of nitrogen come mainly from burning coal in power stations. Oxides of nitrogen come from burning petrol and diesel in cars and lorries. Ozone results from reaction of these gases in the atmosphere. What direct or indirect effect is acid rain thought to have on lakes, forests, and buildings? Acid rain leads to acidification of lakes, which kills all living organisms. Indirectly and directly leads to premature death of trees and destruction of forests. The erosion of buildings and other structures containing limestone, marble, mortar, etc. Which of the following are important greenhouse gases? Oxygen, water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, ozone, methane, nitrogen. Important greenhouse gases are water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and methane. Which part of carbon cycle is responsible for increasing concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? The burning of fossilized products, that is coal and oil, of some plants is cause of increasing carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Burning wood and paper has a neutral effect because these are products of plants which have absorbed carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Explain briefly why greenhouse gases lead to global warming. The greenhouse gases do not interfere with the shortwave radiation reaching the Earth from the Sun, but absorb the longwave radiation reflected from the Earth's surface. This reduces the escape of heat from the Earth. By how much do we need to cut carbon dioxide emission in order to halt global warming? We need to cut carbon dioxide emission by about 60% to halt but not reverse global warming. In what ways do chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, cause global warming? Chlorofluorocarbons react with and deplete the ozone in the ozone layer. This allows more ultraviolet light from the sun to reach the Earth, with harmful effects on living organisms. For example, skin cancer in humans. What do you understand by the term monoculture? What is one disadvantage of monoculture? Monoculture is the term applied to the growing of the same agricultural crop year after year on the same land. It is also implies that the crop consists exclusively the one species of plant grown in dense stands. What is the disadvantage of monoculture? Because the crop consists of one species of plants in a close proximity, any pest or disease will spread easily and rapidly to the whole crop. Which of the following are not covered by the 1956 and 1968 Clean Air Acts? Sulfur dioxide emission from power stations, smoke emission from factories, particulate emission from vehicles, emission of chlorofluorocarbon from aerosol sprays. A, B, and D are not covered by the Clean Air Act of 1956 and 1968. State two ways in which sulfur dioxide emission from coal-fired generating stations could be reduced. Sulfur dioxide emission can be reduced by fitting desulfurization plants or by changing to a cleaner form of coal with less sulfur in it. Which of the gas listed below can be reduced in vehicle exhaust by a catalytic converter, a lean burn engine? Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, unburned petrol, nitrogen oxide, water vapor, oxygen. A catalytic converter reduces emission of nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxide, and unburned petrol. A lean burn engine reduces the nitrogen oxide emissions. Thank you very much for participating in Human Impact on the Environment, a self-assessment project. Please do like, share, and subscribe.